Open your bank statement and look for the tiny subscriptions, $10 for diagrams, $20 for automation, another bill for deploying an app. And somewhere in that list, you are probably paying a company to store photos that are already sitting on your own phone. None of these charges looks dangerous alone. Together, they form a small software tax that follows you every month. So I went looking for the best self-hostable alternatives sitting on GitHub. Not 10 average tools, just 5 that are polished enough to make you seriously question what you are paying for. And we'll start with the easiest one. Excalidraw replaces the diagram tool you open whenever an idea becomes too complicated for words. There's no giant dashboard and no 30-minute tutorial. You open it, draw a few boxes, connect them with arrows, and suddenly your messy system architecture looks intentional. It has that hand-drawn style that makes technical diagrams feel less like a corporate tax form. You can collaborate live, export the result, and save the original file so you can edit it later. For quick system designs, database flows, or explaining why one microservice somehow talks to 17 others, Excalidraw is often all you need. But diagrams are only the beginning. Eventually, you have to build the thing. That brings us to Supabase. Firebase made backend development feel almost unfair. Add authentication, create a database, upload some files, and suddenly your app has a real backend. The problem is that convenience can become a cage. Once your application depends heavily on proprietary services, leaving gets painful. Supabase takes a different route. Underneath it is PostgreSQL, a real database you can understand, export, and run somewhere else. On top of that, you get authentication, file storage, generated APIs, real-time features, and row-level security. So you still get that "I built a backend this afternoon" feeling, but your data isn't trapped inside a mystery box. Now the app exists. The next problem is putting it online without receiving a bill that looks like a ransom note. Meet Coolify. Coolify is basically your own private version of platforms like Heroku, Vercel, or Netlify. Connect a Git repository, choose a server, and it builds and deploys the application. It can handle domains, SSL certificates, databases, backups, and multiple services from one dashboard. The important difference is the pricing model. Instead of paying more every time traffic increases, you mainly pay for the server underneath it. Of course, you also become the person responsible for that server. Congratulations, you are now the support department. But for side projects, internal tools, and smaller production apps, Coolify can turn a cheap VPS into a surprisingly capable deployment platform. Once the app is running, repetitive work starts appearing everywhere. A form submission needs to create a database record, then send an email, then notify Slack, then update a spreadsheet nobody remembers creating. Normally, that's where Zapier enters with a calculator. Natin gives you the same visual workflow idea, but lets you run it yourself. You place nodes on a canvas, connect a trigger to a series of actions, and build automations without writing an entire service for every tiny task. It connects to APIs, databases, webhooks, AI models, and hundreds of common applications. The big advantage is that you're paying for the machine running the workflows, not for every individual step. 10,000 executions don't automatically become 10,000 tiny invoices. And finally, the project that turns normal people into home server enthusiasts, Immich. Immich is a self-hosted alternative to Google Photos. Install the mobile app, connect it to your server, and your camera roll starts backing up automatically. You get a timeline, albums, search, maps, face recognition, and a clean interface that feels like a finished consumer product, not a weekend project held together by hope. The difference is simple. The photos stay on hardware you control. That also means you control the backups. If your only copy lives on one old hard drive under a desk, you haven't built a private cloud, you've built a future tragedy. And that's the real trade-off behind all 5 tools. Self-hosting doesn't make software magically free, it changes what you pay with. Instead of a monthly fee, you pay for a server, setup time, updates, security, and the occasional evening spent wondering why Docker can't find a volume that definitely existed yesterday. For some people, the subscription is worth it. You're paying someone else to keep the lights on. But when you want control, predictable costs, or simply the freedom to leave, these 5 repositories give you something most software companies would rather you forget. You don't always have to rent your tools. Sometimes you can own them.